In a modern world where our dependence on electricity is furiously escalating, we are required as engineers to fulfill the public's demand. Thus, we've started our journey to look for clean sources of energy and power generation until we were finally enlightened. Solar energy is a flourishing source of energy that is becoming prominently used in the world in general and in Qatar specifically nowadays. A typical solar energy system uses photovoltaic cells to absorb the sun rays and convert it into DC voltage. Our project will be to convert the DC voltage into AC voltage using inverters. Later on, this AC voltage is transmitted to power a certain area via power towers. But the question remains, why Qatar?
So the actual motivation is that Qatar can use this solar power generation and retain its natural gas resources, and maybe later on sell it or import it at different prices. So instead of importing it at low prices, we can diversify our power generation resources to solar and then retain that natural gas, which will be extremely valuable at a certain point of time. And the reason why it also makes sense for Qatar is right now with the development in the technology, it almost makes sense to generate electricity from solar power and compared to fuel oil, let's say fuel oil. Right now it doesn't make sense for natural gas and it doesn't make sense for Qatar. But if you go to, let's say, to Europe, to the States and all of that, it makes extreme sense over there. The good thing is that projecting into the future, it will at a certain point of time, 5 years from now, 6, 10 years from now, it will make sense.
Definitely, I think that today it's definitely part of the 2030 vision of Qatar of trying to achieve energy sustainability and trying to understanding that the non-renewable resources are non-renewable, and so they have a sort of a timeline with them.
The booming economy in Qatar has made it one of the largest producers of greenhouse gas emissions and carbon dioxide worldwide. Therefore, exploring and implementing green energy sources is vital in such industrial countries, which makes us think, where are we going to invest solar energy systems in Qatar?
We decided to utilize these solar cells in the design and in the construction of the new male and female residence halls here at Qatar Foundation. There was a research competition done around the world, and it's this project called the 21st Century Project for Student Housing. And so part of those elements was an element of sustainability.
Basically, Green Gulf is working with Chevron to develop what we call the QSTP solar testing facility. And it's a partnership between the two companies. We've been working, as in Green Gulf, we have been working on it for about 2 years now. And we've the concept of the solar testing facility is that we're going to test different technologies from all over the world. So we have about 25 manufacturers of different solar cell technologies. This is for phase one. Phase one will be photovoltaic and phase two will be solar thermal.
Implementation of solar energy could be extended to reach the rural areas as well. Thus, a survey was conducted to study the usage of electricity in desert camps in Qatar. People generally go desert camping during the weekends or vacations. From the survey, it was found that most people go desert camping during the winter. The appliances that were used frequently included air conditioners, televisions, light bulbs, fans, and etc. To power these appliances, people tended to use fuel power generators, but soon they had to face some drawbacks. People often suffered from fuel shortage. They also considered flammable fuel unsafe, especially in the presence of children. Moreover, most people regard fuel power generators as a source of pollution and a cause of global warming. Therefore, people generally supported the idea of powering their camps using solar energy, as it will overcome such drawbacks. To conclude, Qatar's 2030 vision takes into consideration environmental development as it is the fourth pillar in their plan for national development. Hence, the use of solar energy or green sources of energy is fundamentally important to fulfill this vision. It is time for environment to be taken care of before it's too late.